Good morning, everyone. I am Cadet Nika Montealto, and today, along with my fellow cadet Edward Gabule, we are going to discuss Module 5 Followership. Now, the question would be, what is followership? Followership has a numerous definitions based on the experiences and understanding of different people from different fields. The following that I will mention are some of the definitions of followership. Followership is a process in which subordinates recognize their responsibility to comply with orders of leaders and take appropriate action consistent with the situation to carry out those orders to the best of their ability. It is also the ability to know where and when to articulate one's views on an issue and then to have the loyalty and the devotion to carry out the final decision on that issue. Lastly, followership is defined according to Webster's dictionary as the capacity or willingness to follow a leader. To sum it up, followership simply means of following the orders being imposed by the leader with gusto to accomplish. Going on, there are three importance of followership. First, followers are potential leaders. Me, you, basically, all of us is capable of becoming a leader if we just know how to obey and how to command. Second, most leaders are also followers. According to the famous quote, not everyone is born to be a leader, but everyone can become one. Just like our beloved President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, before he became our president, of course, he has also been a great follower, leading him into the position of where he is today. A great leader and the best president our country, the Philippines, had ever have. Third, the traits required from followers are the same traits required from a leader. If a follower has these quality traits of being diligent, motivated, committed, and competent, then he or she has the potential of becoming a leader. Let us all keep in mind that following is inherent to us, especially to soldiers, but it does not make everyone a good follower. It takes time to learn the skills of good followership, just like in leadership. For the third main point of our topic today, let's delve on to the interdependencies between a leader and a follower. In the study of leadership, followers are all too often taken for granted. However, there exist critical interdependencies between leader and followers that can't be ignored. These interdependencies are essential to mission accomplishment. There are three interdependencies between a leader and a follower. First, superior education, technical skills, and access to information are no longer available only to leaders or the aristocracy. In fact, they are available to everyone. As a result, there is a very narrow gap between the abilities of leaders and followers. Second, leaders come from the ranks of followers. Few leaders can be successful without first learning the skills of followership. Hence, the contemporary study of leadership must examine followership and leader development as they affect organizational success. Followership is, in effect, a prerequisite for effective leadership. Most of us are followers more often than we are leaders. Even when we have subordinates, we still have those above us. Followership dominates our lives and our organizations, but a preoccupation with leadership often constrains us from truly appreciating the nature of the follower. Third, qualities that make effective followers are paradoxically the same qualities found in effective leaders. What distinguishes effective followers from effective leaders is the role they play. Effective followers and leaders easily move from one role to the other. In many organizations, the leadership role is a path to success and the one that is most focused on for development and be rewarded. Though that is unfortunate because most organizations need good followers more than they need emerging leaders. On the positive note, organizations such as military recognizes the importance of the role of a follower. To patch things up, following is a stepping stone for becoming a leader, but it will not be an easy peasy process. So what's the leader? No one will become a leader overnight. It is something that needs to be prayed and worked hard for. The two remaining points of this topic, which is the qualities of an effective follower and the rules of good followership, will be discussed by my fellow cadet, Edward Gabule. Thank you so much for listening and have a good day.
Hello everyone. Right now, let us talk about the qualities of an effective follower. Number 1, they manage themselves well. The key to being an effective follower refers to the ability to think for oneself, to exercise control and independence, and to work without close supervision. As an effective follower, you need to develop independence within yourself. This requires you to stand alone without having close supervision of your leader all the time. But of course, you can consult with your leader if needed. Number 2, they are committed to the organization and to a purpose, principle, or person outside themselves. Effective followers are committed to something, be it a cause, a product, an organization, an idea, in addition to the care of their own lives and careers. This is especially true for soldiers. To risk one's life and follow a leader to accomplish a difficult mission requires commitment to the cause of the profession of arms. Example is during the Marawi siege. With reference to the first reporting, there were 165 soldiers killed during the fight against IS-linked militants. It is evident that soldiers are committed to the organization and they're willing to risk their lives to fulfill a difficult mission. Number 3, they build their competence and focus their efforts for maximum impact. Competence and focus means that effective followers master skills that will be useful to their organizations. They generally hold higher performance standards than the work environment requires, and continuing education is second nature to them, a staple in their professional development. In the military, it is never easy. Soldiers are well trained and challenged in all aspects to be competent and to develop the skills needed on their profession. They are courageous, honest, and credible. Courage, honesty, and credibility are important characteristics of effective followers. They establish themselves as independent, critical thinkers whose knowledge and judgment can be trusted. They give credit where credit is due, admitting mistakes and sharing successes. They form their own views and ethical standards and stand up for what they believe in. These 3 characteristics should be inculcated within us to be an effective follower. Next, we have the 10 rules of good followership that should be practiced and followed religiously. The following rules are very self-explanatory, so I will just walk you through it. Rule 1. Do not blame the boss. Do not blame your boss for an unpopular decision or policy. As an effective follower, your job is to support, not undermine. Number 2. Do not fight the boss. There may be situations that your boss has done you injustice. Then fight with your boss if necessary, but do it in private. Rule 3. Use initiative. Using your initiative means being the person to seize an idea and get it off the ground before it's been asked for. Make the decision and then run it past the boss. Rule 4. Accept responsibility. Accept responsibility whenever offered. Take this responsibility as a challenge, at the same time an opportunity for you to show what you are capable of. Rule number 5. Tell the truth and do not quibble. When you give information to your boss, state the fact and be honest. Your boss will be giving advice up the chain of command based on what you say. Do your homework. Do your obligations. Do what you are tasked to do. Give your boss all the information needed to make a decision. Rule 7. Suggest implementation. When making recommendations, remember who will probably have to implement them. This means you must know your own strengths and limitations. Rule number 8. Keep the boss informed. Keep the boss informed of what is going on in the unit. Rule number 9. Fix problems as they occur. If you see a problem, fix it. Do not worry about who gets the blame or the praise. And the last rule, put in an honest day's work. Put in more than an honest day's work, but never forget the needs of your family. If they are unhappy, you will be too, and your job performance will suffer accordingly. To end this presentation, let's take this quote from Solon saying, "Learn to obey before you command." Thank you for listening and have a great day, everyone.